So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into a little Boston Bruins history of the 1970s. The goalie situation with the Bruins in the 1970s, despite several Stanley Cup appearances, was very clouded. There was a whole bunch of people that came into the cage, left, jumped to WHA, came back, were injured, came in by trade, were filler goalies. But one thing that everybody could agree on, when this guy arrived in Boston, not only did he change the rules about what a rookie could do, he did it almost into, not say middle age, but his late 30s, and changed the NHL record book by setting a record that took literally years to be broken. So today we're going to be talking about the legend. And I'm going to say legend because when he broke in the NHL, everybody in my street was talking about it. It's got to be the two-decade man that took 20 years, literally, to get into the NHL from major junior to minor pro, Ross Brooks. Now, Donald Ross Brooks played 3 seasons with the Bruins in the NHL, again, after debuting as a rookie at age 36, which made him one of the oldest full-time rookies in professional hockey history, any league. Now, born in Toronto, October 17th, 1937, he had a long minor league career. Now, he first came to major prominence back in 1955 with the Barrie Flyers of the OHA. He played with the Lakeshore Bruins of the MJHL in 56, then back with the Flyers in 57 and 58. And he found himself with, of all teams, the North Bay Trappers of the OHA Senior League in 1959, and also played 26 games that year with the Washington Presidents of the EHL. Now, he became a hometown hero every place he played. Now, in 60, he played in Philadelphia with the Ramblers, 61 and with the Jersey Larks and the Providence Reds, which was his home for most of the 1960s. Then the Ramblers for 2 more seasons, where he won a ton of games, 60 games in 132 starts in a regular season. Also played that year with the Long Island Ducks and the Johnstown Jets. Now, 63, he played again with the Ramblers, won 27 games. Then he became a goalie, not say for hire, but he played with the Providence Reds for 3 games that year, but he was all what you call a roving goaltender in that 64 season. Now, he played with the Ramblers, the Nashville Dixie Flyers, the Charlotte Checkers, and the Johnstown Jets that year. Now, 65 was his longest tenure of his career, where he played numerous consecutive seasons with the Providence Reds. He played either as a backup or as almost a shared number 1 over 7 seasons. Now, he eventually also played in 1971 with the Phoenix Roadrunners of the WHL, then with the Oklahoma City Blazers of the CHL, where he had 9 contests. Now, here's where it gets interesting. He won Harry Hap Holmes Memorial Trophy in the AHL for lowest goals against average in 1972 with teammate Dan Bouchard in the Bruins system. Now, in 1973, the Bruins, who owned these rights, lost several goaltenders to different things. Top prospect Dan Bouchard went to Atlantic expansion. Jerry Cheevers dumped to WHA, and Eddie Johnson was traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, this opened the door for Brooks' recall as the backup goalie. He excelled swiftly, matching an NHL record set by Bruins goalie Tony Thompson some 50 years before for the longest consecutive winning streak by a goaltender, which ended up being 14 games. Now, in that initial season with Boston in 1973, he played 16 games with 11 1-3 record. 74, again, as a backup primarily. 16-3 in 21 starts with a 2.36 average and 3 shutouts. His last season with Boston, again, excelled like you would believe, 10-3-3 in 17 games with a 2.98 average. Now, when Cheevers returned, obviously he gave up his number 1 to Jerry. and he then eventually played a single season for the Bruins AHL Rochester Americans farm team before retiring. And like I said, Gilles Gilbert was already in the mix. That final season, when everybody thought he was done, he put up some extremely spectacular numbers. 20-12-2 in 34 games with 2 shutouts. Now, when he compiled a career record of 37, 7-6, with a goals against average of 2.63. His career winning percentage is one of the highest recorded for goalies, with 50 or more decisions. Now, get this as well. He's one of the few goalies ever to excel at the major league level. He's of Jewish descent, so he was not only a trailblazer for Jewish athletes across America, for Jewish athletes from Canada, for what they call long-term minor league players. You would think that the WHA would give this guy a chance, but, you know, he waited 20 years, literally, ladies and gentlemen, 2 decades almost, to get in the NHL. The man is, from what I heard, is a tremendous character, good gentleman, and he's given back to hockey. After his retirement, he was a long-time executive for the Bruins' farm team in Providence, when he eventually left that post in 2000. Now, he has done management operations, especially at the Schneider Arena on the campus of Providence College. So, let's look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen, just to recap. He played in Barrie, Lake Shore, North Bay, Washington, Philadelphia, Jersey, Providence, Philadelphia again, Long Island, Johnstown, Philadelphia again, and again the multiple teams in the 64. Wikipedia puts it down as a roving goaltender. You had Providence Reds from 64 to 70, then Oklahoma City in 71, including Providence and Phoenix, with the Boston Braves in 72, then the Bruins and the Braves in 73, then the Bruins and Braves in 74, the Bruins again in 75, and then with Rochester. So, you know, one of the AHL's most dedicated and respected players. There's also Facebook site I'd like you to check out. It's called the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society, which talks about different players in the Rhode Island and Providence history. It's quite interesting. Check it out. And I'd like to dedicate that to all the Boston Bruins fans across the states who have been following this channel in recent months. And I completely forgot about Ross Brooks, but I'm making up to you tonight on this second night of WrestleMania in case you need a break from all the wrestling. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, or subscribe. And as we like to say in North Shore, Brunswick, keep your stick in the ice. Have a good day. Bye.